Hello everyone, it's Shannon with Shannon's Crafty DIYs. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you just two really simple DIYs, one more trash or treasure and another one from the Dollar Tree. Remember guys, I do like to post videos every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give it a big thumbs up. And let's begin the tutorials. So I'm just taking one of these gift bags from the Dollar Tree. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love the truck, love the colors. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking some black foam board and these plant labels from the Dollarama. These were from the Dollarama at the summer. Anyway, so now I'm just going to cut off the ribbon, or the handles I should say, and then I'm going to start cutting off one side of the bag, the one that doesn't have the fold in it. Now remember, you can use the other side of the bag too if use like Mod Podge or something, because it will kind of hide that fold in there as well. So remember, in this bag you almost have two pictures to work with. So now that it's all cut out, again, yeah, here I'm just showing you that you can use the other side. So just measuring the bag on the foam board, I'm just taking these plant labels and I'm just lining them all out. So I needed 2, 4, 6 total, and then I'm just kind of measuring them out, and I'm giving a not a 1 inch, but I'm giving a 1/2 inch overhang of the foam board. That way when I hot glue the labels to the bag and the foam board, there won't be any sort of floppiness or looseness, if you know what I mean. So again, I'm just measuring everything out here with a ruler. And these plant labels are so thin that you could easily just use your scissors to cut the length that you need. And I didn't think I needed to show you, but I'm just staining it with the burnt umber from the Dollarama. And here they are all stained, ready to go. Using this rotary cutter. Now I got this from my mother-in-law, so I can't remember where she got it. It was a little gift to me. Now I know with the safety guard on this rotary tool, it was not quite flush with the ruler, so I was having sort of some difficulty cutting around the foam board. As you see me kind of going back and forth, it just, yeah, it wasn't allowing me to get right through the foam board with the ruler. Anyway, I did get through it eventually, and now I'm just using my glue stick to adhere the bag to the foam board. So once all glued to the foam board, I'm just going to hot glue the plant labels to the picture now. So once all the excess foam board is cut off, I just decided you could keep it like this. I really think it's beautiful just like this, very rustic farmhouse. Now I just went ahead and added a couple little bit more embellishments. So having this red burlap that I found at the Dollar Tree last year, I'm just making a simple bow. So you see me here, I'm just kind of crisscrossing it, and then I'm pinching it in the middle with my fingers and just using, you know how burlap always pulls with extra little strings and stuff. I'm just using one of those little spare strings that came off the burlap. And I'm just tying a knot in the back. So now here I'm just dovetailing the ends of the bow, and then you'll see me here, I'm going to actually take a strip of the red burlap, and this is going to be the center of my bow. So you'll see here, I'm just going to wrap it around the middle of the bow, and I'm going to hot glue it in place. This just finishes the look and also hides the little string in the middle too, so I think it just looks a lot better like this. Now, just to add a final touch to the picture, I'm just taking the red truck ornament from the Dollar Tree, found this year, just showing you close up that there are some sparkles on it. Now, I was able to take this off with my thumbnail. That's how easy it all came off in a matter of seconds. So now that it's all cleaned up, I'm just opening up the wire that it came with, and I'm going to use the same wire. So all I'm doing is I'm just going to thread it through the middle of the bow and just reattach it that way. So you'll see this is the final results. I was super happy the way this turned out. It's super farmhouse and very rustic, and it definitely goes with my decor, as you guys have seen in my decorate with me for Christmas. I love, love, love this picture. And again, it all came from a bag at the Dollar Tree. So this thing cost me maybe $3 to make total. Moving on to the second DIY. I'm just using some of those Christmas trees from the Dollar Tree, and I'm using these Merry Christmas words from the Dollarama. They were $1.50, and I'm just again using the plant skewers. And that board we've had, again, since my husband's a landscaper, I had that board just lying around in the garage. So this is just free for me. Anyway, I'm just using some scrapbook paper that I had on hand, and I just thought I'm going to try something a little bit different. You know, I've seen some people using like the leopard print with the buffalo plaid this year, so I thought I'm going to just do this. So I'm making sure the tree lines up properly with the scrapbook paper. I'm just going to Mod Podge the tree to the paper, and I'm going to do the same technique to both paper. So while the Mod Podge sets, I'm just going to take the Merry Christmas letters I should say, and I'm going to just paint them black. This just goes better with my decor. So after they've been painted, I'll let those dry. And then now that the Mod Podge is all set, I'm just doing the time-lapse video here, how fast I can cut these trees out. So just, using my regular scissors, I just cut around the outline of the tree. Here you see it all finished. Now, I gave it a better finish with some 60 grit sandpaper, just using one of those old sanding blocks from the Dollar Tree. Even though it doesn't really work anymore, I love it because it's a great little handle to do what I'm doing here. So just using the sandpaper, I'm actually using downward motions with this to remove any of the excess paper. As you see, I kind of skipped that part, but I did paint the plant labels black as well. So here I am just using a ruler. I'm using 2 ruler widths here just to make some lines on the board, just to give it a little bit more of a rustic wood look. And you see I'm just using a regular black Sharpie marker. And what I want to do after to soften the lines, I'm going to take my 60 grit sandpaper and just gently go over the lines again. This just softens it up and makes it a little bit more rustic looking. So here I am just lining everything up where I want it. And now I'm just going to attach everything to the board. Now for the trees, I just wanted to elevate one of them. So I'm just taking 2 of these Dollar Tree tumbling towers. I like these ones because they're smaller. And again, remember I bought the wrong package. So I've got a couple of these darker brown pieces. So I just figured those ones are great for these kind of situations where I want to give a little height to the tree. So gluing 2 together, and then I glued it to the back of the tree. And then now I'm just going to hot glue the trees to the board. So I love this trick. I just use my ruler just to keep that nice straight line while hot gluing these letters. Now, because they were stickers, they were a little sticky, so sometimes the ruler kept moving on me, but I did get it nice and straight for the most part. And now I'm just going to give it just a little whitewash dry brushing technique because I just thought, it looks great as is, but just to make it a little bit more rustic and farmhouse, I did that over the letters, and I'm also giving that snowy effect over the edges of the trees as well. Now, here's where I struggle because I'm like, I really liked it as is, very simple and farmhouse, but I did ask a few people for different opinions, and people were telling me like, oh, I should add a star. So I already had these wooden stars on hand. Now, they are very glittery, and when I tried to rip the plastic or the sticker on the back, it actually ripped the wood a little bit on the star. So that's why here I'm actually just going over it with some gold acrylic paint. Now I know it's gold and it's shiny as well, but this actually helps to matte it down a little bit. You'll see in a second how just to compare the difference. It is slightly different, but you can see how it's a little bit more matte, less shiny. Anyway, I didn't want it like too sparkly and far out. So again, just hot gluing it to the top of the trees. And then just to give it a pop of color, I'm just using some of this greenery I already had on hand and taking some red berries and hot gluing them to the center of the embellishment. And I thought this just added a little bit of red and pop of color, and so you'll see here the final results. I thought this was super cute. This is great for something on a front hall table, or how I have it here, I just have it in front of our fireplace. Now we have a gas fireplace, so it's not gonna ruin it or anything like that, so want to make sure we don't set any fires to the house. So this brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys had fun. Again, these were just like simple DIYs, just 2 of them. I just thought they were super pretty and very festive, ready for the holiday season. Remember guys, I do post videos every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday. We'll see you at the next video. Bye!